Hello and welcome to today's video. My name is Gabby and today we're going to be reading for 24 hours. I think I want to try to start doing one of these a month. Today is Sunday and I have tomorrow off of work, so I figured we could do 12 hours today, 12 hours tomorrow. I'd ideally like to read more than 12 hours today so that tomorrow can be a bit of a shorter day, but let's see where the wind takes us. I have no idea what I'm going to be picking up in this video, honestly. Probably some of my monthly TBR, some off it. I don't really know yet. I do know that we're going to be starting with Catabasis by R.F. Kuang. I started this last week. I'm on page 377, so I'm about 70% through. I'm really enjoying it so far, and I can't wait to get it finished up today. I do have my trusty iPad. It is currently plugged in to get started on our timer. I think first I'm going to do a little bit of the audiobook while I clean up my room. I had some packages to come in, some things to put away. I have some laundry to complete. So I feel like the best course of action is getting that stuff done early on so that I can really relax and enjoy the rest of our reading today. Let's get cozy, grab a drink, grab a snack, and start our timer. I'm a little bit nervous, I can't lie, but I'm excited. It's much needed. Let's just jump right into it and start our timer. It's currently 9:04 a.m. So we'll be reading at least until 9:04 p.m. today. It is 10:04, so our first hour is complete. I am now on chapter 28 of Catabasis. I am on page 431. I have about 110 pages left. I did the bulk of my cleaning within that hour. Now I just have some laundry to finish up and a few little minor things. And then hopefully we can get back to physically reading. On to hour 2. Our second hour of reading is completed. I just finished chapter 31, so I'm on page 487. I should be finishing up within this next hour. I think there's only 50 pages left. I'm really loving it so far. I've loved every aspect of this book, but there's one major plot point that happened a few chapters ago, probably about 100 pages ago, that I'm like, is this gonna resolve itself? I don't want to say it because it's a pretty big spoiler, but something happened, and if it doesn't get resolved, this is going to end up being like literally a 2-star book for me. Even though I've loved every bit of it, this main plot point, I'm trying to see it through, but we only have 50 pages left, so I'm going to be very annoyed and very aggravated. But let's keep reading, let's finish it up. It'll probably take about 50 minutes, so I'll see you in the next hour. We are just about 3 hours into our 24 hours of reading. I have finished Catabasis by R.F. Kuang. I really enjoyed this book. I'm surprised to see so many low ratings. The plot point that I was worried about did clear itself up. I think I'm going to give this a 4-star. I see some of the critiques for this book, and I think they're a little bit valid. A major one I've seen is that a lot of it is kind of info dumpy and R.F. Kuang trying to show off her intelligence. I can agree that there's a little bit of info dumping in this book, but I think most of it is essential for you to understand the story. There's a lot of background knowledge that goes into seeing this story all the way through and really understanding what's going on, what they're experiencing. So to me, that was really important, and it made the book more enjoyable and easier to comprehend. We are following Alice and Peter in this book, and they are taking a journey into hell in order to save their advising professor. They're kind of academic rivals in a sense. They both have their own issues going on in their personal life trying to succeed in academia. So we follow them going all the way through hell and their experiences, as well as them trying to return to hell, preferably with their professor, so that they can get their letters of recommendations and get a job. I don't think I want to say much more than that, just because I am afraid of giving spoilers. You don't really find out too much about their background, especially Peter, until a little over halfway through the story. But I thought it was incredibly interesting. The detail is impeccable. I thought it was really witty, and I liked the ending. The ending was okay. I'll accept the ending. I'll say that. It wasn't my favorite way of ending when I think through in my mind the possible outcomes, but the ending is acceptable. And I think the hardest part is that you know the whole time that their professor sucks. He's just the worst. So you could predict what was going to happen a little bit. But again, a 4-star rating is not bad at all. I really enjoyed it. I would totally recommend it, especially if you love dark academia. And I found all the information that was provided in this book, all the background, as well as the real life references, really interesting and really intriguing. It's time to move on to our next pick, which is going to be Taurus Season by Brynn Weaver. I mentioned this in my monthly TBR video. I've never read a Brynn Weaver book before. I'm really excited. I want to move away from a fantasy right now. It's not really my mood. So I think this is kind of a comical, suspenseful romance, is my understanding. It's just under 400 pages, and the pages, honestly, like, the writing is not that much. So we have 21 hours and 6 minutes left. Let's jump right into it. I'm really excited to get started, and I will update on the next hour. We are now 4 hours in. We have 20 hours left. I'm on page 60 of Taurus Season, and things are really starting to get good. I'm really enjoying the characters and the story so far. I'm not going to say more than that because the lawn guys are making so much noise, so I'll check in the next hour. So hour 5 is now complete, meaning we have 19 hours left. I'm on page 125 of Taurus Season by Brynn Weaver. I've been really enjoying it. It's very witty and funny. We are basically following a serial killer who is hunting down another serial killer, but he doesn't know that she's a serial killer. They have kind of these entwined pasts, and they both end up in Cape Carnage. It's dual POV, so we're following Nolan's point of view as well as Harper's point of view. They've just encountered this problem where they're kind of now working together to solve it. That's all I'm going to say for now, but it's been just really fun, very sarcastic, very funny, and I'm really enjoying it. I did take a small nap about halfway through this hour, and I also grabbed a coffee. So we're going to lock back in and continue reading. We've just finished hour 6. I'm on page 180, and we only have 18 hours left to go. But we're about halfway through this book. I don't really have much else to update, so I will see you in the next hour. We are 7 hours down. I'm currently on page 250 of Taurus Season by Brynn Weaver. We have 17 hours to go. I've just about finished up my chores. I've been switching back and forth between audio and physical reading. There's about 120 pages left. I'm feeling really good about this book. I'm really enjoying it. I keep saying that I'm enjoying it, but I don't really have much else to say. It's funny, it's witty, it's fun. The characters are really enjoyable, and you really are rooting for them. Even though there are some aspects that make me like, why would you be rooting for them? The way that the story is presented is making me want to root for them. There's still some secrets in their past that we haven't uncovered yet, so I'm hoping to get to that soon. We'll keep trudging on, and let's get this next hour completed. What? Jordan has come to interrupt my reading time. Oh my god. Okay, enough! I didn't do my last hourly update, but I just finished Taurus Season by Brynn Weaver. I think I'm gonna give this like a 3.5 stars. Was this the most amazing thing I've ever read? Definitely not. But it was fun and I enjoyed myself. It was a cute romance. There were a lot of fun aspects to it, and I definitely want to continue the series. I'm also definitely going to make an effort to check out her other books. In this book, we followed Nolan and Harper, and Nolan is trying to seek his revenge on Harper for being the one to kill his brother in a hit-and-run accident. Harper lives in Cape Carnage, and Nolan has already murdered the other 3 people that were in the car with her that day. She's the last remaining victim, and she was the driver, so she's the most anticipated victim of all. However, once they meet, things don't go as planned. They both have pasts that are far deeper than they seem, especially Harper. Meanwhile, there are some tourists that are coming to town and completing a documentary on some past murders that took place in Cape Carnage, and Harper and Nolan team up together to take them off track. I think one reason that I didn't absolutely love this is that They fall in love, and the whole time he's under the impression that she is the one who killed his brother in the hit and run accident. And like, yes, you're a murderer and she's a murderer and what have you. You're working together, you're seeing her true colors. But personally, I couldn't let that go. But I think if you're not taking it too seriously, it was really fun and I really enjoyed it. I had a good time. There were lots of kind of laugh out loud moments. There's good spice in this, and I actually don't really like smut in my books, but I thought the way that this was done was really enjoyable and not overly cringe at all, which was really surprising. But I definitely recommend, and I can't wait to check out her other works. We have 15 hours and 21 minutes left. I have no idea what I want to pick up tonight. I'm thinking maybe another romance. I've read a lot of fantasy lately, and I've been kind of neglecting my romance, so maybe something else kind of fun. I don't know if I want something fun and romantic or something where I'm gonna really deep dive into a fantasy world. I don't know. The two that I'm thinking between is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare and Unsteady by Peyton Corinne. This is a hockey romance. I think these will probably be the two I pick up. I just don't know which I'm going to read first. This is also on my monthly TBR. So just by doing this video, we'd already be halfway through our monthly TBR, which is just great. I think I will probably choose City of Bones just because it's a YA. I feel like it's gonna be a really simple, easy read to settle down with. I think let's say City of Bones and I'll update you if anything changes. And if not, I'll see you in the next hour. I have finished City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. I didn't do hourly updates with this one because I was up pretty late last night reading and I just was not in the mood to get out of bed and film. I enjoyed this one. We follow Clary and she starts seeing things and she's like, what the heck is going on? Why am I seeing things? And then her mother is abducted from their house. She then has the help of the shadow hunters and she's trying to find her mother. She's basically a part of this much bigger plan. So she and Jace and their other friends are trying to hunt down the Mortal Cup. Now, Clary this whole time has believed she's what's called a mundane, and she doesn't really know about her relation to the shadow hunters or how she's involved in this world. But we find out the reason that her mother was kidnapped is because her mother was keeping the Mortal Cup. This all takes place in New York City. I thought it was really fun the way they went to different clubs and churches, all these different environments and the way that the story unfolded. There is one major plot point in this book that is so controversial and is actually what kept me from picking it up for so long. And I didn't like it. And if you know, you know, you know. If you know, you know, you know. That's okay. That's why I think I'm rating it a 4-star. And I think also something that gets me a little bit angry is the ending. The way it all played out, it's like you're literally just doing this to make the series longer. I feel like it all could have been resolved in one book and not need, 12 other books to go along with it. But I'll definitely be picking up the next one and I really liked it. I thought it was fun. I did mention this last night, but I think what I'm going to be picking up next is Unsteady by Peyton Corinne. This is a hockey romance. I'm really excited to pick it up. And I actually just bought the second one on the book outlet sale this week, because that one's definitely more intriguing to me, but I do want to read this one first. We have 7 hours and 39 minutes left, so I don't know yet if I'll do hourly updates with this one, but let's just jump right into it. Hopefully I can finish this one and then maybe a shorter book as well, sneak that in there, and let's get to reading. We have reached the end of today's video. I'm gonna be so honest, I went to Costco with my parents and my sister, and I came back and the timer was done. I have to work the next 3 days in a row, so it just was not reasonable for me to continue on the 24 hours. I got the littlest bit into Unsteady. I'm really liking it so far. I'm loving how it's written. I love that it takes place right outside of Boston, but we still completed 3 books in this video, and that is no small feat. Some people don't even read that in a year. So I'm not really too disappointed. Again, we had Catabasis, we had Taurus Season, and then we had City of Bones. It was very, very successful. I enjoyed everything I read today, and I've enjoyed the bit of Unsteady that I've read so far. I'm just already really tired, and I have to get ready for bed, get ready for work in the morning, so it's just not feasible for me to finish it in this video. I hope you enjoyed this video, even though we didn't technically complete 24 hours. But next month I will plan better and we will do the full 24 hours. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you next time.